It's Week 14 of the 2028 season. And coming up, we've got the Diablos leader at quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Diablos and the Panthers, next on EA Sports.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Mexico City Diablos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. They'll have a tough time.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. They'll run with Gibson. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down throw from Mills. He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Gibson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Mills. And his pass incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mills. And that one going to come up short. Good throw.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
3rd and goal, Mills. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their wing last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Panthers stake claim. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffling. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And that score solidified his standing at the top of the touchdown chart. And right now, he's looking to finish this season strong with a few more.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor, and he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. No question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And Nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now they'll empty out the backfield. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Diablos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. That oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After one, 7-3 the score. Panther football to start quarter number 2. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mills. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mills now. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd down at 5. To throw, Mills. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are once again back in front.
Hey, I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Taylor, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Throws right side, and that's complete. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes Davis Mills in the offense, ready for another drive.
The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, it worked well for a solid gain.
Third and short yardage, Mills.
And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
He's got it. Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
and the Diablos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mills. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mills on 3rd and 2. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They didn't know what crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ladies ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's in for a score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 3 yards remain for second down. Mills now from the 50. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Gibson, 35 yards. And the Panthers get a bit closer. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 34.
Well, Bart, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Or you get a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I?
Back now in Mexico City. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th.
Taylor, touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers about ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw is Mills. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, Gibson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills. And a quick throw here that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Mills now. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. Touchdown, Panthers. Justin Jefferson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. He finds his man complete. That's Barry.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Running left, Taylor.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to perhaps salt this one away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So now the Panthers down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Off the play fake, Mills.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here's Mills.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Mills to throw for it on 4th.
And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. He finds his man, complete. It's Barry. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with a milestone here. Touchdown number 200 for his brilliant career. And the Diablos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Mills now looks to throw on first down. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the home team here, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.